Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Imagination Hobbies. Coming at you with something a little bit different. I have my Lego Brickheadz collection out that I built, and I just wanted to go over them all, talk a little bit about them, just talk about Brickheadz in general. These aren't all made, well, they are all Legos, but they're not all designed by the Lego company. About half of them are. The other half are custom designs. And I tried to organize these by a little bit of a timeline just so you could associate, people with each other. There's no way to make it perfect in like a linear timeline or like how, who else, because they're all associated with each other in a way. But I just wanted to organize it out a little bit. I'll go over who designed these and, just my thoughts about them. Give you a little bit of a close-up on them. So I'm going to scoot some of these back so I can get a close-up on a few. Hopefully I don't break anything because that's a bummer. Alright, so I guess first up, we'll just go with like some official Lego ones. I just got these today. I was waiting on these to come in before I took a video. So this is Yoda. This is Yoda's Brickhead by Lego, designed by Lego. It's an official set. It came with Luke here. They didn't have the lightsaber in his hand, but I just thought it was cooler to have it that way. But yeah, Luke looks pretty accurate, and Yoda looks pretty good just for being like square Lego people. So those are pretty cool. I do like those. I was really excited to get them finally. They're a pretty expensive set. I think this set of 2 was $60 now because they don't really make them to distribute anymore. So those are a couple official Lego designs. Here's a Lego design by Custom Instructions, and I've altered it a little bit to save me a bit of money. This is Darth Maul in brickhead form. And so this was designed by Custom Instructions or Custom Lego Instructions. You'll be able to find him one of those ways on Facebook. I really like his designs. He has so many designs in general, like probably over 100 or in the hundreds, which is amazing to me. He designs all his stuff based on the digital designs that he makes. But basically what I changed on this one was these horns were kind of more sharp and thin, and the horns in this color were extremely expensive. So I just used these pyramid tiles or pyramid studs instead, and then this little slope for the side horns, and I think it came out pretty cool. I actually like it maybe better than the original design, but it was a hell of a lot cheaper because I can't remember, but like each little horn was like $6 or $7 because it was a very rare part. I was like, no, I'm good. I don't think he knew that designing it. So I always give him feedback on like different ways to like maybe improve the process or improve the parts he uses to make it more financially friendly. Anyways, so this is Darth Maul. I also changed the eyes to have like yellow eyes instead. But I do like this brickhead a lot. Probably talked a little bit too long about that one. We'll go through the evil guys first. Here is a Sith Trooper. This is an official Lego brickhead. It's pretty good looking. It's pretty accurate, like as far as a Sith Trooper goes. And I think that's supposed to be like one of the jetpacks or backpacks on the Sith Trooper. This guy is Kylo Ren when he's all evil. Sorry if there's any dust. I have a lot of these, so they do like sit out on a shelf exposed. So, but yeah, this is Kylo Ren. This is official Lego set. They did a special printing for this piece, which is cool. It looks pretty accurate to evil Kylo Ren when he like cracks his mask. And I have a couple of those. You'll see another one later. Different form, but here is a Stormtrooper. Old school Stormtrooper from the original 3 episodes. 4, 5, and 6 technically. And so that's pretty cool. Next we got Darth Vader. This is also official Lego set, just like the last few. And Darth Vader here is looking pretty cool. He looks pretty funny. I flipped his eyes over because it kind of gave a better lens look to it. But yeah, this is an official Lego set as well. He's got his cape back here. He's got his red lightsaber and all his little robotic stuff going on. It'd be kind of cool if you could pull this mask open and see something under there. Might fiddle around with that later, but that's Darth. Here's a few bounty hunters. You gotta forgive me, I don't remember this guy's name. He's kind of lizard looking, and he's a bounty hunter. I think this is a custom design. Yeah, this is a custom design from Custom Instructions or Custom Lego Instructions. And he did a great job on this one. It really gives you that feel of the alien it's supposed to represent, which is kind of a reptilian. I changed the sniper rifle a bit, if I remember correctly, but everything else is just how the instructions go. And he's got those yellow eyes, which are pretty cool. Next we got Greedo. He's another bounty hunter. He's looking pretty cool. At first I didn't like the studs, but then I looked at the actual picture of Greedo. It's pretty accurate. He has all these little bumps on his head, so that was cool. He's got the clothes. This is him in his blue and yellow outfit. I did change this piece. Originally it was built in a different way, but I just felt like he needed that little tube mouth to be more pronounced, I guess. So a slight alteration here to Custom Instructions design, but overall pretty true to the original design he made. Really good looking one. I mean, I'm really surprised Lego hasn't made more Brickheadz, to be honest with you. I collect Star Wars ones only, really. I mean, that's kind of the only Lego I have. This one is my design. It's a Tuscan Raider. It took me a long time to feel like I got this one the way I wanted it, or get this one right. So he's got some little binoculars here. He's got his little stick or gun, I can't remember, but it's pretty accurate to what it's supposed to look like. And then he's got his robe on, his bandoliers, or whatever you'd call that. And then he's got that iconic face. Almost looks robotic. And so a lot of these design choices were just to stay true to it. Like he had little nubs coming out that were silver, so I wanted to represent that. And yeah, it's a pretty complex design. I'm sure all these are. This is one I designed myself. And I do want to eventually make instructions and distribute them so other people can make this. But anyways, that's Tuscan Raider. That's just kind of a standalone character, just like Darth Maul. He's just kind of seen in a lot of different areas. Next we got Boba Fett. It's old school Boba Fett. This is from the official Lego design. This is from Lego box, and it's like they made two versions of Boba Fett in Brickheadz. This one has a different style backpack than the other one. It's kind of cool. Got a little printed piece there along the side as well. Pretty accurate presentation or representation of Boba Fett. So he's a bounty hunter, obviously. Kind of maybe ties into this. This is the Mandalorian. This is Custom Instructions official design that he made before Lego came out with their Mandalorian. And Lego definitely borrowed a lot from his design when they went and made theirs. Obviously, this guy can't print pieces on his own. So there's no printed pieces on here. But he did a really good job of representing this mask. Very cool technique to use like a hinge and then kind of create this visor look. I added this flame thing to represent his flamethrower. That wasn't actually part of the original design. I think I also changed some things with this gun, just to give it that iconic gun look. I think he had a pistol originally. But yeah, so this is the Mandalorian. Really cool design. He's got his cape back here. I had to replace a couple parts, I think. Yeah, because I needed him for something else. But normally this is dark gray. But yeah, it's a good looking piece. I use one of these, I don't know what you would call them. I don't know. It just kind of this piece that you can put a clip on, and it has an open stud. And I used some of these flame pieces from an Avengers set. I just kind of custom ordered the pieces to make his flamethrower. It's just a little something different. I modify these as well. Like I stick to the instructions, but then if I want to add something or change something, I do. Like this ball, metal ball, it's kind of cool. This is also custom instructions. I made this display base so he could look like he's floating. So I designed that because this is an interesting build. It's built, his little carriage thing is built upside down or inverted. Really cool design. I changed the eyes as well from custom instructions design. But yeah, Lego borrowed a few things to this. I mean, it's a 3-stud wide build. I think they were already doing that with Yoda. But this is the child. I don't know. I like custom instructions design. I wish that this gray was white instead. But honestly, he makes awesome things. And he was coming out with this stuff before Lego even came out with it. And I do have the Lego, official Lego versions coming up. I just figured I'd show you these as well. So you have the Mandalorian, you have Baby Yoda or the child, and then we got Cara Dune. This is one of my newest additions. This is from custom instructions as well. Really great representation of Cara Dune. I like the hair and everything and the blue color that was used. Really lucky that Lego had that kind of blue color. Really neat looking figure. Cara Dune was one of my favorite characters. I'm really sad that it didn't work out between them. I think freedom of speech is important, but you know, they do have their own business with their own beliefs and stuff like that. Personally, I just whatever. It's Star Wars. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I like her, but she's pretty cool. It's a good build. And then we got Kuiil. This is also custom instructions like Cara. The really cool representation of Kuiil. I really like how he got the goggles up here. He's a little shorter, so like when you look at him next to the Mandalorian figure, I guess he has a little bit of a, I don't know, he maybe he's not shorter, but he definitely has a vibe like he's shorter. Maybe because he's got so much helmet, you know? But really cool representation of him. Kuiil was one of my favorite characters. Yeah. I really liked him. All his little catchphrases were pretty cool. Like, Mando's, this is the way, and then Kuiil had, what did he have? I have spoken. That's what he said all the time. So funny. But anyway, really great Kuiil. I thought this helmet looked really good too. Next up is one of my designs. I wanted to do a clone trooper, and I just settled on Commander Cody. Took me a long time to design this and make it look like that clone helmet. The head is slightly bigger than maybe your standard Brickhead. Not by much, just slightly. There's a lot more detail to get into a clone helmet, especially this visor of Commander Cody's. It's definitely hard to pull off. He's got a lot of designs. He has these stripes, yellow stripes, that aren't, you know, solid in the middle. So finding the Lego piece to do that, I'm short one of these panels. But yeah, just getting the pieces to do that was interesting. Designing this face, even using these are technically eyes, but they work well for the vents of the mask. And then Commander Cody has this kind of tri design with this yellowish orange. I mean, you could use orange for these parts too. I just used yellow because that's the one I was able to find the panels with. But you see him in different, like when you Google him, he's orange and he's yellow sometimes. It's kind of an in-between color. But yeah, I like how this turned out. That should be white, not gray, but can't be perfect. I got his little antennas there. And his little gun. So yeah, I like how that came out. I feel like I eventually did a really good job with it. I mean, these things take hours to design, like actual practical design where you're building it with real Legos. Um, you have to have a lot of imagination on what you want the final product to look like. And then you know, in practice, when you actually put stuff together and start assembling it in a way you think it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. And you have to be able to be flexible and change your design around. I went through a lot of iterations to get the final Tuscan Raider look. So I mean, hours and hours and hours to like figure this stuff out. So a lot of respect to people who design Lego in general, especially, you know, custom instructions, who does these brickheads, because it's a lot of work. People don't realize, but it's awesome. It's really fun. So that's my Commander Cody. Next we have custom instructions. And then we have, oh my gosh, am I really going to forget her name right now? Ahsoka Tano. Wow, that was embarrassing. Yeah, here's Ahsoka. This is instructions from custom instructions or custom Lego instructions. I know I keep saying that name over and over. I just want to give him credit, you know, for his designs. I might have altered these blue ones up here because I didn't, when I ordered parts, they gave me the wrong parts. But everything else is pretty true to his design. These should be like gray clips or something, but I couldn't find them, or they were like $3 or $4 clips. So I was like, no, I'm good. I'll figure out some other way. So I just use brown ones for now till I get some gray ones. And she's got the famous dual lightsabers. He did a really good job of capturing the detail in here, you know, brick building that detail in there, and on the head and the crown. And the Twi'lek has, like, you know, this crazy hair head stuff going on. It's like organic hair. Well, I guess all hair is organic, but you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's really cool. Really great job from him. Now here's the official Lego Mandalorian and the child, and they're cool. You could see the similarities for sure. I mean, granted, like, you can only do so much, right? Like, you got to make them similar to a degree. You're going to use the same colors, right? But I mean, very close to an identical design from Lego. So I do feel like someone in their department kind of got wind of this and definitely borrowed a lot of things, which is fine. I mean, it's the official Lego company, right? Like, what are you going to do? You can't, like, copyright a Lego design from Lego. But yeah, it's a good looking design. I do like this one. It doesn't have the rifle, which I thought was a miss on Lego's part. I mean, it does, but like, it's an actual rifle with a clip. And I do wish they did it kind of more the way that I designed it, where you have the twig stick piece, because it looks like the shoulder of the stock from the actual Mandalorian gun. Anyways, this one doesn't move though. They did design this face shield a little bit differently. Really, actually, they did do something really intricate internally here to achieve this effect. So I'll give them some props for that. And then here's the child. I like its little hover ball. Really cool looking. It is built right side up. Lego doesn't like doing too many things out of the norm. I do like the look of the child. I like how they captured his robe. Fluffy kind of robe neck part, which is pretty cool. They did a really good job with these for sure. This one's a little more bulkier than custom Lego instructions design, but really cool. Hard to get this effect out of Legos, so you got to give them props either way. All right, so what else we got? We did Darth Maul. Or Darth Maul probably could have been next to Ahsoka. All right, so we're on Luke. We did Luke, Yoda. Let's go back to a Luke. This is custom instructions design. Really, cool fighter pilot Luke. Like, really good job on this one with that dark orange. This helmet, he did have an issue a little bit design wise with the helmet where this would kind of pull apart, but I restructured the inside and I sent him an update on how he can achieve the exact same look, but fix any type of malformations or like any type of weakness in the structure where you could pull it apart. Now, this really doesn't happen all the time with his designs. It's just that he does design digitally. It's so expensive to get all the parts for these, so you can't expect someone who has 200 designs to own all the parts for them. He doesn't make a ton of money off these designs, like maybe €4 or €5 or $4 or $5. So I have a lot of patience for it, and other people should too. And then he's also cool with communication. Like when I told him about this, he was like, "Cool, I'll update it. Thanks for like the help." And it's pretty awesome. Now I changed this design slightly. I wound up clipping this little hose effect, and I changed these clips a little bit design wise, just because I wanted to keep it more compact. But other than that, everything else is kind of pretty true to his design. Like this visor, such a cool effect to put the clear orange translucent tiles over the eyes. Really achieved like what he was trying to achieve. Awesome. Good job on that. And that one's cool. Here's another official Lego design. We got Kylo again. Now Kylo here, the first Kylo, did I have the cross one? Yeah. He's got this cross blade, which is cool, just like the other Kylo. He doesn't have his mask this time. This is when he starts going good-ish. I don't know. He wasn't my favorite character, but whatever. That's not the point of this video. But yeah, it's a good-looking Kylo. Got his hair correct. Got a cool printed piece. That cross-bladed lightsaber. And then Kylo, and then Rey. Rey was my favorite character in the first one of these. Really cool. Her introduction was so cool. And by the last movie, I didn't like her, but I mean, it's whatever. Really cool brickhead. Printed pieces. She's got her kind of her like hair back and tied up in this version of her. But they did a decent job achieving that. Got her lightsaber. And then we'll go to Leia. So, bring Luke in. Luke and Leia. And then Leia and Han, right? They all connect. But Leia here looks really good with the printed pieces. I like her robe. I don't know what this little thing is sticking out, but I think it's supposed to be maybe the cuff of her shirt. But Leia, a good job that they did with this. Lego did a good job. I like the spiral hair look to her. Pretty cool. It's really hard to like design some of this stuff and keep all the rules. So like, for instance, this one, right? Like there's a certain height the eyes should be, or a range. They should be right in that range. But Lego does a good job of making sure it always winds up the same height. So does Custom Instructions. Most of his do go to that height. I think all of them do that I know about. Or they're within like half a plate. At least mine. I try to make them at least within half of a plate of thickness to the height that Lego makes them. Anyway, she's got her iconic little pistol. And so there's the Leia. And then at some point, Leia went in disguise as, I believe, Boushh or Boushh. I don't know how you say it. But this is the disguise Leia. This is made by Custom Instructions. Really cool design. He's got the thermal detonator, or she's got the thermal detonator and that staff. Really cool visors, pretty accurate. I don't know if this is supposed to be black up here or not. Can't remember. But it looks cool. And she's got this little kind of that backpack breather thing going on with that cape. So really cool. And then I was a little inspired by that. And I was like, you know what? Lando also went into disguise at one point. So I got Lando in disguise here. I customized this myself and designed it myself based on Lando in disguise. And so I got his chest plate and his mask. Unfortunately, I can't get these the same color. At least I don't know. I don't have them in the same color. And this little stud's supposed to be dark gray, but I mean, whatever. I could pick this apart all day. But this one isn't a final design like my other two designs. I got his little axe weapon pretty accurate. It's a constant work in progress, but I do like it. I think the helmet came out pretty dang close, and it's a very complex structure to build, like an apparatus around a brickhead face. So I am proud of myself for that, regardless. His outfit's pretty accurate to film, and his helmet. The only thing that I wish I could do is put a little silver dot in between each one of these orange slopes, because that's how his helmet is supposed to look. But, you know, Lego, you only get so much to work with. So here's a custom one from Custom Instructions. Awesome Lando Calrissian. He's got his cape with like the yellow on the inside. Really cool Lando. Good job with this cape design and to give him that look. And he's got that pistol and that mustache. So that's a cool Lando for sure. I'm surprised, you know, Lego hasn't made one that I know of. So then we got Han. This is official Lego Han. Really cool look to him. He's got that printed piece, that iconic blaster of his. His hair's pretty accurate. I think this is a younger Han. They wanted to find somewhere in between, like, nah, this is pretty accurate to like original Han rather than like super young Han. But anyways, got Han Solo, and you can't have Han without Chewie. And this Chewie is the official Lego design, but slightly altered by me. I added a little height to him. I did want him to appear taller than other brickheads. I don't know if that's my OCD or what. And then I put a few studs down here for the hangover to like represent maybe fur hanging over. But aside from like an extra plate or two in here and the studs in the front and the back, this is Lego's design. Really cool design for Chewie. And then he's got, I don't know why that they missed the chance to put a bowcaster here for sure. I don't know why they didn't do the bowcaster. Maybe that's something I'll design, because I do feel like he should probably have that crossbow. So then Chewie, someone had a crush on Chewie, but they didn't have a brickhead of it. And so I wanted to make a Maz Kanata from the newer episodes. And Maz has kind of like poofy pants. She's shorter. So I tried to get that look like she was a little bit shorter. Even though it's technically the exact same height as to the eyes. It does have a shorter vibe to it. Colors are pretty accurate. She has this blue sweater on. She has a gray vest that hangs over. She's got a necklace with some brown beads. Got her shoes. And this was an interesting way to build this design down here. I do want to make instructions for this at some point. I thought I was kind of clever with being able to make her goggles that kind of come from the side of her face, but you have that gap in there in the middle, just like the movie. It does look like that magnified eye look. And then you have this gray over the top and her beanie, her green beanie over the head. I want more of these type vent style pieces so I can make the back a little more better. So I can make the back of the vest a little more accurate. Right now I just kind of have these here as placeholders, but she's pretty good. She got that belt with the buckle. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself on this one. I feel like I did a pretty good job. This is a little narrower than most Brickheads. Let me pull this. I'm gonna pull this off. She's about that width right there. So she's not as wide. And then if you remove that, she's actually pretty skinny. And that was just to like also to make her look like she was a little smaller built, without actually being too small. I didn't want to make her like Yoda size or anything. And then let's see, you got Maz. Let's see here. Oh, I'm forgetting this guy's name. Oh man, I totally forgot this guy's name. Anyway, I custom built this to look like this character from Rogue One. And he was the main character's kind of mentor. It's buggy. I literally have that on the tip of my tongue. And I can't think of it. Hold on. Let me pause this. Saw Gerrera. I didn't look it up. I couldn't look it up because I couldn't unpause or get out of this video without losing the video. So, Saw Gerrera. I took a second and remembered it. I should remember it. I've looked at this guy a million times. And I read all about him. There's just a lot of characters in Star Wars. So you have like his armor, his shoulder pads here. You have his rebreather. He does have this kind of detail down here, and he does have like 2 green dots down there, so I thought this tile was kind of fitting. This is an old like insectoids tile. He's got little hoses that run up and around the back. And you got his hair, his crazy hair. Now, I'm pretty sure these are Lego pieces. This is my custom design, so I used what I had. I hope these aren't Mega Blocks because they're super cool pieces. But, yeah, you can pull this off with other slopes and things like that also. I just had these and I thought they looked really cool. It almost looks like Dragon Ball Z hair or something. But his hair is all crazy and it's all salt and peppered. And so this is Saw Gerrera. The hardest part about this build was trying to keep the width down. It is wider than other figures or other, brickheads. But he is kind of heavy set, and he does in the movie, and he does have armor, like a big old armor on him. So I thought that was okay with this. Tried to be accurate with his hand. Like one hand is not gloved and the other one is. The hardest part, I think, was the mouth here. Trying to achieve that mustache and beard look, but stick to the right head size was very difficult. Height, too, of the eyes. Like, I think it's a half a plate taller. And there was no other way to make it without it being half a plate taller. At least that I knew of. I mean, maybe you could find room to cut stuff in here. I'm not sure. But to get all this detail on the front. Anyways, I don't even think you guys care about that. You just want to see the brickheads. But yeah, so if you guys are fans of Lego, Star Wars, or you like brickheads, share this video if you see it. My channel doesn't typically do this type of content, so it's not really gonna go viral or anything like that. Not a lot of people are gonna see this unless it gets shared. So if you like stuff like this, please share it. I'm gonna do a scan of all of them, and just so you can kind of see them all. So yeah, so this is my Brickheadz Collection. Star Wars edition. I don't really have any other types of brickheads. But hopefully you guys like this video. I'm sure that the first few people who are watching this are going to be like, what the heck? But, hopefully it gets around to people in the Lego community who enjoy this stuff. And this is Kevin with Imagination Hobbies. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.